Welcome to Employment Law This Week. I'm George Whipple. The FTC outlines a new approach to non-competes. The Federal Trade Commission recently held a workshop laying out how it will address non-compete agreements moving forward. Today on the show, Epstein Becker Green's Spilling Secrets team shares their takeaways.
Under the Biden administration, the FTC proposed and in April 2024 finalized a sweeping non-compete rule that would have effectively banned most non-compete agreements nationwide. Ultimately, in September of 2025, under the Trump administration, the FTC voluntarily dismissed its appeal. And during the workshop, FTC Chairman Ferguson made crystal clear that the non-compete rule is eradicated under the Trump administration.
The FTC has closed the door on a rule banning non-competes, and that comes as no surprise. But our team wanted to understand what enforcement will look like. While the workshop did not signal a full policy reversal, Chairman Ferguson clearly signaled a shift in approach. Rather than pursuing sweeping rulemaking, the FTC will now rely on case-by-case enforcement.
The Commission signaled a pivot, and rather than pursue sweeping rulemaking, the agency will now rely on a case-by-case enforcement using its existing statutory tools. It's important to note that the FTC is not retreating from the field. Instead, it plans to scrutinize non-compete agreements individually, bringing enforcement actions where it believes the agreements function as unreasonable restraints of trade.
This shift is consistent with a broader regulatory philosophy under the current administration towards less categorical rulemaking and more targeted enforcement. From the content of the workshop, our team identified several areas of focus for that enforcement, beginning with the healthcare industry.
I think it's important to note that the FTC did not come out specifically and say they are going to be watching the healthcare industry during the FTC workshop. But what I found to be interesting was the number of panelists that the FTC invited were specific to healthcare, including physicians, veterinarians, and other allied health professionals. Furthermore, the use of non-competes in the healthcare industry has traditionally been a focus of the FTC.
The agency explicitly highlighted two other enforcement priorities: non-compete agreements in industries that do not typically have access to confidential or proprietary information, like hair salons, and non-competes for low-wage, hourly, or entry-level workers, which mirrors legislative trends at the state level.
In summary, although it's not at all a surprise that the non-compete rule is eradicated under Chairman Ferguson's FTC, it does not provide a full pass for employers. First, employers must ensure that the non-competes comply with state law, because nothing addressed by the FTC relates to state requirements for non-competes. And also, employers must continue to ensure that their non-competes are narrowly tailored and support a legitimate business justification that is not simply to prevent competition.
Listen to the full episode for more details from the workshop. And subscribe to the Employment Law This Week feed wherever you get your podcasts to hear the full audio episode and to catch up on all future editions of the Spilling Secrets series. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.